This is Mike from Craft Beer Storm, and this is our segment called Beer Styles. And we are going to continue with historical beer, and we're going to talk about the other historical beers in this category. Going down the GABF guidelines, beers in this category include established historical beers and or brewing traditions from any era or part of the world that doesn't fit within another beer style defined in these guidelines. This category pays tribute to beers that incorporate unique brewing ingredients and or techniques that were used in the past. Within the framework of these guidelines, examples of historical beers include South American Chicha, which we explained and went into in depth in the last Beer Styles podcast, Nepalese Chong and Chang, and then African sorghum-based beers and others. There are 7 subcategories from other countries, mainly in the Baltic region, which are included in this historical beer style, and we'll go through them. The color, clarity, aroma, hop aroma, bitterness, body, and ABV varies in all of them. The first subcategory is the Dutch-style Kowt beer. It's spelled Kuyt, Kowt beer. This style was popular in the Netherlands from 1400 to 1550. The color was gold to copper. Clarity, this is a slight chill, haze acceptable. The malt aroma and flavor, the aroma is grainy or grainy and bready. The distinctive character of this beer is derived from the use of at least 45% oat malt, at least 20% wheat malt, and with pale malt making up the remainder of the grain bill. The hop aroma and flavor and bitterness is very low to low. Body is low to medium, and the ABV is could be between 4.7% and 7.9%. So that's your Kowt beer. The next subcategory is Grodziski. Grodziski is an ale style of Polish origin, and historic versions were often bottle conditioned and highly carbonated. The beer was nicknamed, actually, the Polish champagne because of its high carbonation levels and because it was valued as a high quality beverages to be used at special occasions. The color for this, it's like champagne, strata golden. Clarity, slight chill haze is acceptable. The malt aroma, this oak smoked wheat malt comprises the entire grain bill. Assertive smoked wheat malt aromas and flavors are medium to medium high, with aroma dominated by oak smoke. So it's a smoked beer. Hop aroma, flavor, and bitterness are not perceived to low, and the body is low to medium low. The ABV on them are 2.7% to 3.7%. So it's low ABV. Glassware, use a tall conical glass for that kind of beer. Next subcategory is Adam beer. And this style originated in Dortmund, Germany. And it's a strong dark ale, which may or may not be sour. May also be extensively aged in wooden barrels. Traditional versions may have a low or medium-low degree of smokiness. The color in the Adam beer is light brown to very dark. Clarity, beer color may be too dark to perceive. The malt aroma and flavor, toast and caramel malt aroma and flavor may be evident. Hop aroma and flavor bitterness. Hop aroma and flavor is low. The body is medium to full, and the ABV is about 9% to 11%. So it's heavy duty ABV there. It's high octane beer, Adam beer. Next category, we're going to Finland. It's Finnish style Sahti. It's a farmhouse ale with roots in Finland. Sahti was first brewed by peasants in the 1500s. And juniper aroma and added flavor could be evident due to the use of juniper boughs and branches instead of hops and berries in the brewing process. So there wasn't really hops available. They had to use something else. It's kind of a gruit. I guess you would consider it a gruit, not using hops. The color is pale to copper. Clarity, chill haze, yeast haze is acceptable. Malt aroma and flavor, the medium low to medium. Bread and baker's yeast is traditionally used for fermentation and may produce flavors and aromas of complex alcohols, clove-like phenols, and banana fruitiness. So there's a lot of stuff going on there in that beer. The hop aroma and flavor and bitterness is really not perceived to low. Body is medium to full. ABV is up there too. It's 7.0 to 8.5%. And glassware for this a good glassware would be probably a pint glass. The next subcategory is Swedish style Gotlandstrike. So we're in Sweden now. Same as Sati. These beers are characterized by juniper and birchwood smoked malt. Bread and baker's yeast is traditionally used in the fermentation like Sati. The color is pale to copper. Clarity is chill haze yeast haze is acceptable. Malt aroma and flavor. The malt medium low to medium. The birchwood smoke character derived from the malting process should be evident. There's a lot of smokiness going on with these beers. Hop aroma and flavor and bitterness is not perceived to low. Body is medium to full. The ABV is 5.5% to 6.5%. And then the glassware for this would be a pint glass as well. So, yeah, it's an interesting style. And a lot of these are smoky, but there's really not a lot of hop presence in them. The next one is a Breslau style pale Schops. It's Schoeps. I'm going to put this all in the notes so you can take a look at it. Traditional German wheat beer yeast is not used for this style of beer. These beers are fermented with ale yeast as opposed to regular wheat yeast, but it has a load of wheat in it. Color is straw to light amber. The clarity is slight chill haze is acceptable. The malt aroma and flavor, malt sweetness is medium to medium high. A high proportion of the pale wheat malt, such as much as 80%, is used to brew these beers, as well as the Pilsner and other ale specialty malts. They have a bready, aromatic biscuit malt aroma, but should not display caramel character. The hop aroma and flavor and bitterness is very low. The body is full. That's because it has wheat in it. And then the ABV ends up at 6.0% to 7.0%. So it's between 6 and 7%, which is not too bad. The last subcategory is the Breslau style dark Schops. It's the same as the pale Schops, and the traditional German wheat beer yeast is not used in this style as well. There are beers. These beers are fermented with ale yeast as opposed to wheat beer yeast. The color is dark brown to black. Beer color may be too dark to perceive the clarity. Malt aroma and flavor. Malt sweetness is medium to medium high. A high proportion of dark wheat malt, such as 80%, is used to brew these beers, as along with other specialty toasted and dark specialty malts. They have a pronounced malt character with aromas of toasted or nutty malt, but lack caramel character. Sounds delicious, though. Hop aroma, flavor bitterness is very low. The body is full. You have a lot of wheat, nice dark wheat. And ABV falls between 6% and 7%. Now, some examples of these styles, we can look at the GABF winners for the styles. The gold went to Pushing Trees, and that's a Central Standard Brewing Company, and they're in Wichita, Kansas. The second one was Big Lebowski from Divine Barrel Brewing, and this is in Charlotte, North Carolina. And the bronze went to Zungen Brecker of the Home Brewing Company in San Diego, California. Now, looking up Pushing Trees, the gold medal winner, from their website, Central Standard Brewing. It says, Pushing Trees is our collaboration with Crane Brewing Company. This Norwegian raw ale was open fermented in juniper branches using an heirloom Nordic yeast. Billowy mouthfeel, huge orange clementine esters, woody, soft wintergreen, warm marmalade. Sounds good. The Big Lebulski is a Polish-style Gratzer. It's brewed with 100% oak-smoked wheat malt, surprise, and Polish Lubelski hops. It's mildly sweet and bready with a restrained bitterness and a clean oak smoke finish. So it's a nice beer to make. The last one is Zungenbrecher, which is an oak smoke wheat, is the main ingredient in that. So there are your historical beers, and these are styles that are interesting. Not everything has to be, barley. There's corn, as we saw in the Chicha. They use juniper here. A lot of oak, smoky taste. So they just, they use the ingredients in the areas, and they make great beer. So guys, if you like our podcast, if you like what we're doing, please, please, please go on to iTunes. Give us a rating, give us a review. It means the world to me. The only way we can get up, if they see more people liking us, we move up in the rankings. And I think that's what we want to do. We want to try to be a craft beer ambassadors to the planet. The only way we can do that is we get up in the rankings. And we want to try to push local beer, local products. It's all good. Community. That's what it's all about. That's what makes the world go around. Okay, guys. So that's all I have for beer styles this week. We'll see you next week.